Here's the story of a husband grateful for every drop of donated blood and the time it made for his family to be together.
I met her in 9th grade. From the moment I saw her, I wanted to date her right away. I didn't have any other plans than to marry her. She just had this attitude about her, we always joke that, anything that a guy can do, a girl can do in her mind. It's definitely a personality. Just a few weeks after our baby was born, she found a lump in her armpit. Her mother had had breast cancer at the same age, at 30, and so we obviously took it very seriously. We quickly progressed to a biopsy and they removed it, and we were very sickened when we found out that she had cancer. The last radiation treatment, we all went to it. They had a bell on the wall that we rang, signifying kind of moving on, and then I had a limo pick us up and take us out to dinner. I remember going to work the next day bragging about how great she was doing.
Mark and Melinda thought they had all the time in the world.
And her mother said she had slept all day, and that didn't seem like Melinda. I called the doctor, we went in, they took her blood, and her blood counts were just scary low. They started putting blood products and blood into her IV immediately. Every time they drew her blood, she was short on something, but it just seemed like they poured gallons of blood into her day after day after day. And the whole time, they just said, we just need to support her body with these blood products. I never thought we weren't leaving the hospital without her. The kids were able to come up to the hospital once. I didn't know she was going to pass away, so I was trying to keep them away so she could rest, but they came up about 7 times. The kids came up about 7 times. And we played. They brought her pictures that we hung on the wall, and we had to end up changing rooms a few times, and we moved the pictures every time. We had 2 date nights. I remember just sitting on her hospital bed, facing each other, sharing that meal, and then we watched a movie both times. Those are memories that I'll always share, and always keep, and I'll tell the kids about them when they don't remember, because it was a time when we were able to love on each other. I always thought that blood donation was just something that you used to save lives. I didn't realize until after Melinda passed away that it also just bought you time in some cases. Melinda wouldn't have made it those 3 weeks without the blood donations, giving us a couple weeks really to love on each other and just to share more time together. Without the blood donors and the nurses, the doctors, and the OBI staff, I'm convinced that Melinda wouldn't have lasted more than a day or so without those blood donations. Honestly, the days were tough in the hospital, but I would do them all. I'd do every day, even the worst of the days, I'd do them again if I could get them back. They were really special to me now, and I know Melinda would take them all back again too.